Hi, it's Belinda Bennett here from Right to Wellness, and this morning I have Antoinette from Reiki Awakening here. Antoinette's kindly come in this morning to talk about her experience doing a couple of my programs. Antoinette attended Conscious Writing and Writing for Mindfulness, and we're just going to have a chat about her experience of the programs and how she feels that it benefited her. So thank you so much for coming in today.
No problem.
So the first thing that I was curious was how you found the workshops and the course, and kind of what drew you to them.
Well, it was back in 2018, and I was just reviewing my life, I guess, at the end of the year
Yeah.
and setting intentions for 2019. And I've been on a healing self-development journey for many years, and journaling was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really felt the benefit of it, and I wanted to explore that option a bit further.
Okay.
So I found it on the Crescent Art Centre webpage. I've been to a few courses there before,
Yeah.
and this one just jumped out.
Did it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wanted something that was really heart-based, and a program that really was about self-development and not necessarily about the academic aspect of writing.
Right. I know what you mean.
Which can be very constricting. I wanted a real, open space to explore creativity, explore, your thoughts and emotions, and really, get them out there and see what's what.
That's great. Thanks. And you said that you've been on a path of self-development and working on yourself and inner growth. So sort of what was it that you found that, conscious writing was the workshop, but then there was the Writing for Mindfulness course. What were some of the things that you found you were able to kind of work through? Was it sort of, well, without putting words in your head, was it like thinking patterns or?
It kind of allowed me to see what was going on in my head out on a page, because there's so many things going round in your head at so many points in time. I was at a crossroads in my life in various aspects of it, it was actually extremely transforming, and I really have to say that it was quite remarkable. It wasn't just a writing group. It was so much more than that. The exercises, the meditations, the visualizations, it just stimulated your whole senses. Now I'm speaking quite passionately about it, because it was really quite incredible. And it became more than just a group. It became a little community, albeit I think it was 9 or 10 weeks, but there's a sense of connectedness, and you could see people at the beginning, were kind of a bit nervous to share. And that's totally, it's human, isn't it? But you could see as the weeks went on, people were growing in confidence and making eye contact with each other when they were reading. It was actually, it was pretty good.
Yeah. I know there's something about, when people start sharing their stories, I guess we all realize that we can see ourselves in other people's stories. And that also each of us has a unique story, and I think that getting your story out onto the page is so important. And also, like you said, it gives you that, it's literally like dumping what's in here in front of you, so you can look at it and then you can, either change it or, do something with it.
I think, you know, the course really, it brings words into 3D. So words are in your head, it's just like this little wheel, but it actually, when you put it out there and you see, oh my goodness, that's like a real thing. You know, a word that's in there is actually a real living thing. So it gives it a lot more power. And you know, amazing positive stuff come out. You know, everything's a balance. But I found in the course, there was stuff that was, is that what I really think? Let's challenge that. But then there was stuff that was like, oh, wow, that's really good.
Yeah, and it's because we've all, as you said, there's always a balance. So we've got that stuff that we judge as not so good, and then we've got other stuff that is probably really positive about ourselves that we forget about because we get kind of buried in the not so good stuff. So we get to see the truth, I guess, of who we are out on the page. And in terms of, you know, like the writing techniques and things like that we explored, did you find that they're techniques you've been able to take away with you and then use in your
absolutely
ongoing practice?
I think, you know, what it the positive aspect of the course was that it got you into a mindset of doing it. You know, we've got so many things to do in life, but I've continued to use the exercises that we did.
Great.
And I also want to add this very important revelation that came whilst doing the course. I was a nurse for many years, and I've done Reiki for friends and family. But during this course, I actually realised, you know what, I'm going to do this as a business.
Oh wow, isn't that amazing? And now you're doing it.
Yes.
And Reiki Awakening has been birthed, hasn't it?
So I want to thank Belinda, and that's the power of the courses, that it can actually, you know, really promote your own self-healing, and it can bring big revelations.
Thank you, that's lovely. So I really appreciate that. And just as one last thing, for someone who's potentially interested in doing, you know, either the Writing for Mindfulness or one of the other programs or workshops, what would you sort of recommend it for, if you could kind of put it into a nutshell?
Definitely for confidence, for self-esteem, and for your own healing, and also a connectedness. And you know, and it's normal to be anxious when you're signing up to a course. I think I want to say that too. It's like, you know, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe it's, you know, too much for me. That's, try and say that's okay, but just do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it.
Yeah, it's a great quote, isn't it?
Yeah, to coin a well-known phrase, but it's normal to be anxious, and that's okay, but do it, you won't regret it.
Thank you, that's great. So if you'd like to know any more about my programs, one-to-one coaching or workshops, my Facebook page is Right to Wellness Belinda Bennett, or my website is belindabennett.co.uk.